What's going on, guys? Got my Uintah Precision 6.5 Creedmoor out here today. I'm going to be shooting some hand-loaded 147 grain ELDs. These are sitting on top of 40 grains of H4350. This gave me incredibly good standard deviations on my first trip out with these, and it shot a really nice tight group. So it's my first time taking them out long range. I made up a ballistic chart, and then I forgot to bring it out here today. So I just shot my AR, and it ended up being about 13 MOA. So that gives me an idea of where to start. I think we'll try like 11 MOA, see what happens at 500. I don't really know what these should do, so we'll try out at 11. We're probably gonna miss the first few shots, but it'll get us in close enough. So let's zoom this up to 11. There we go. See what happens. We'll load up a few rounds and then we'll shoot at some steel plates. I got 10.5-inch AR 500 targets. Let's see how they do. All right, I got my chronograph set up in front of me. When I remember, I'll read off whatever it says. It might be giving me some funky readings, but let's take a dry fire real quick. It's always a good way to warm up with the new gun, new trigger. All right, here we go. That was about too high, so we'll bring it back down 2. That puts us at 9 MOA. Drilled it. Perfect. 2662 on that reading. I'm pretty sure I just center punched that plate. Hit. I knocked my target off. Well, it's gonna be hard to shoot a group when the target's on the ground, so we'll switch targets. That velocity said 2663. Hit. This target's only held up by one chain, and man, it is swinging around when these 6.5s smack into it. Velocity there says 2671. All right, that's the first 5 rounds down the barrel. All right, put 5 more rounds in the mag. Haven't touched my scope. I wouldn't want to, it's drilling them center. So let's try this again. Hit, and I knocked that plate off. So I gotta go back up to my targets. I knocked both of them down. Each one took 2 shots before they fell off. Velocity there said 2663. I don't know if it even changed, but that's what it's telling me. So let's go reset the targets. I'll show you guys these impacts. Unfortunately, I gotta move my truck. I didn't really want to yet, but we'll go cruise back up there and take a look. Here's the target after I shot the targets off at 500 yards. It's got some pretty good remaining energy. That one is like a foot uphill from where I shot that thing. That's pretty impressive from a little 6.5 Creedmoor, 147 grain bullet. All right, guys, if I put center to center, it's just over 4 inches at 500 yards. Not too bad. Let's check out the other plate. Put a through bolt through it this time. Climb down here. This one's right at 6. I measured it off camera. So, just outside an MOA at 500 yards. All right, YouTube commenters. I'm on the ground. We're now gonna shoot a group at each plate. 6.5 Creedmoor. Hopefully the plates don't fall off this time. Let's see if shooting from the ground prone results in any kind of different result than shooting in the truck prone. Really, the only difference I can see here is the wood is slightly above my tailgate, and when I shoot and it recoils, it's got a little bit of springiness to it, which I'm sure is not good for accuracy. But I see a lot of people mention that my truck moves in the wind. I'm the one in the truck bed. Believe me, the truck is not shaking in the wind. It's pretty stable. Most of the time I go shooting, it's not howling wind. Like up to 10 miles an hour, it's fine. So we're gonna shoot a group. Let's see how this goes. 500 yards. One of the big reasons I stay off the ground is there's a lot more mirage in my scope when I'm down on the ground. A lot more heat coming off the ground than even just a foot or two off the ground out of a truck bed. So let's try this out. Let's see how it goes. Throw it in the chamber. Okay, here we go. Blew it right off the target stand. Pulled the shot. Ripped one of the chains off. This is why I really like the fire hose straps that I usually use. The plates don't fall off and they're strapped on and through bolted. Hit. And that one fell off the target stand. I've got one more. Let's center punch the last plate standing. Perfect. Didn't swing left or right, just swung back. It was a good solid hit. Well, I've got to drive back up and set up all my targets again. So let's cruise back. I'll show you the two different impacts that I got on each plate and see if there's any amount of difference. On one of the targets, I was able to get 3 shots on it, but on the first shot, it was hung up by 2 chains. On the second shot, it was hanging sideways with 1 chain, and the third shot did the same thing, but it fell off after the third shot. So let's cruise back up, take a look. Just for reference, 9 MOA is the perfect dial for 500 yards with the 147s and 40 grains of H4350 out of my 26-inch Shilen barrel on the Uintah Precision bolt action AR-10 upper. All right, this is the plate that when I shot it, it started hanging sideways. About 6.5 inch spread center to center from this one to this one. 3-shot group. These two grouped really well. I don't know which one it was where it fell. On the first plate that I shot that fell off, actually clipped it just right at the bottom edge. So I'm not entirely convinced that shooting off the ground was really any better. I didn't feel any more stable laying on the ground, and the groups weren't mind-blowingly better. Unfortunately, I keep having target issues where they keep falling off, but I think that's gonna be it for the 6.5 Creedmoor today. 500 yards, a lot of fun. It was hammering the plates. I think I only missed 1 shot, and I'm pretty sure it's because I pulled it. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you in the next video.